What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Thoughts of Rome, back with another video. And today we'll be discussing my thoughts on the Roe VS Wade. Before I begin this video, and this is just a freestyle, this is just me going strictly off my thoughts about it, no script or nothing written. Before I begin, I want to give a shout out to the people that I watch: Minister Jap, Mr. Palmer, RIP to the Godfather Kevin Samuels. In my opinion, he gone way too soon. Steph is cold. Who else? And a couple other more people, man, that I watch. And they speak the real of what's going on in the world, and especially what's going on with our women in the modern day. In my opinion, I think the Roe versus Wade overturn, in my opinion, is in the step to the right direction in regards to holding everybody accountable. Because women, for the most part, had a scapegoat. Reckless men had a scapegoat. You could just go to a Planned Parenthood or a Planned Parenthood and get an abortion. I mean, with no consequence, you know. And in my opinion, regardless if the baby was completely formed or, you know, however you want to word it, that's still a life that you're taking away. That's still a person that you're getting rid of, that you don't know what they could have brought into the world. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how they could have changed the world, what kind of movement they could have made. So in my opinion, if you abort a child, that's murder. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it is. I mean, you got 24 million abortions a year. That's 24 lives lost that could have grew up and been somebody, that could have grew up and changed the world, that could have grew up and invented something, you know. But when you got a carefree world and, you know, politics is trying to please everybody for the most part, I mean, you got reckless behavior. I feel like now there's gonna be some structure going on. Women are not gonna be as reckless with their wounds. Now, it's gonna take some time, but eventually women are gonna stop being reckless with their wounds. Women are gonna stop picking, you know, dudes that look good but really ain't taking care of themselves, really ain't doing nothing for themselves. They should, you know, start picking dudes that got something going for them, that's about something now. They can actually help raise a family and build a community. And on the flip side for dudes, you know, hopefully this help you start choosing the right woman, not the woman that got a nice figure and a cute face and you really don't know nothing about her, that take you through, you know, hell. So now you'll be more mindful of who you put your stick in versus just putting your stick in anything because she cute and you know if something was to happen, you can just go get the baby aborted. Like, in my opinion, that's BS, man. Both men and women know the consequences of having unprotected sex. And it's the unborn child's fault that y'all made this dumb decision. Now the child got to suffer, but you and her get to just skate on and continue to make the same continuous mistake over and over again. I mean, where's the unborn child say so in this? You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, the women that says, you know, it's my body, my choice, this just like a whole lot of other stuff, man. It leaves you not to be accountable of your actions. Now you have to be accountable for your actions. Now you have responsibility and you don't like it. That's the thing, man. Women always say they want the truth. Don't lie to me. Always be honest with me. And as soon as you give them that hard pill of truth, this is what happens. Protest, backlash. You're a misogynist. This is a patriarchy. This is etc. etc. Insert your word for it, you know. So now you actually are being held accountable. Now you actually got to pick a genuine partner to lay down with, or you can make the decision to actually use all these different forms of protection, birth control, tubes tied, dude's vasectomy. I mean, you got all these different options to prevent a child from being conceived, but you don't use them. So now the government came in and said, hey, let's overturn this, man. Not everybody, man, because now you're gonna be held accountable for your situations, for your one night stands, for your promiscuous ways, for your hoe phases. Now you really gotta sit there and think, because you might not be able to afford to go to another state to get that abortion. Hell, do we really need more mistakes with a man and a woman when we got all these kids in orphanages? You know what I'm saying? When we got kids that need a happy home, that need to be taken care of. I mean, come on, man. And none of those kids should have been aborted. Those kids should have been had by people that wanted kids. And you say, you know, the government is taking over your rights. Hell, as a woman, you can go drop your baby off at a fire station, at a corner store, and nothing happens to you. So what are you talking about, your rights, man? Like, I in my opinion, I'm just tired of women sounding like they just so oppressed. Like they just have no rights at all. They consider they're second-class citizens. Like, get out of here, man. Y'all are some of the most liberated people in this era. I mean, come on, you got women on OnlyFans selling jars of farts for like $1,000 or $500 a pop. A chick selling under boob sweat for like $1,000. You got TikTok. All y'all doing is showing butt, breasts, and etc. Every time you turn on TikTok, you turn on Instagram, that's all of you doing. But let a man say anything to hold a woman accountable, and he's misogynistic. He's a patriarchy. He hate women. He don't like women. Who hurt you? Because men think logically, and we want our women to think logically. I mean, what you have done is basically, in my opinion, tarnish the world, man. Because you're not being held accountable. You're free to do whatever you want to do, and the things that you are doing are not productive to society at all. I mean, let's be honest. How many women do we know out here being plumbers, electricians, construction workers? How many women you see being architects, constructing buildings, erecting buildings for people to work in? When have you seen a group of women come together and hell, just erect a one-story building that people can work in and have a space and new job opportunities? When have we seen that? Y'all got all this freedom. But where's the work? As the late great Kevin Samuels say, show your work. Where is the work? Because all I'm seeing is women listening to Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Doja Cat, you name them. You know, going on fancy dinner dates, tricking dudes that they don't like. The good men, they could be good to them, they put them in the friend zone. Or the nice guy, they run over the nice guy. You know, they go after the bad boy who got options, fall in love with him and wonder why he ain't choosing you. For what? I got plenty of you around me. Why do I need to pick one? You got all these good dudes out here. We call them simps now. But you got all these good dudes. I'm talking about good dudes that actually got a backbone and let a woman know when she going too far. You still got them out here, but they get overlooked. You know, good jobs. Might be blue collar. Good job that you just overlook because you want the bad boy, you want the fast money, you want the lifestyle. Hey, relationships and marriages are meant to be boring for the most part. If you got a dude who's flying you out all the time, taking you on vacations all the time, restaurants all the time, best believe he got buku options, man. That's just what it is, man. But this Roe versus Wade, man, I really think it's gonna wake people up after they get through riding and going crazy and all this other stuff, and really sit back and make logical choices going forward. Like I said, it's gonna take time because people still gonna be ignorant and still doing stuff. But once that pain hit them, that hey, it ain't as easy as going to the nearest Planned Parenthood to abort that baby, people gonna start thinking better, man. And in my opinion, this will help create the family dynamic again, man. Tell me the last time you been to a family reunion when families were actual families, before everybody was liberated. I'm in my late 30s. Last time I've been to a family reunion where we can see new cousins, current cousins, learn about cousins that might have passed away. Man, it's been over a decade. You no longer have that family structure no more. You no longer have that family unity no more. Because every gender want to be equal to each other. That's not how it was meant to be, man. And now you got all this chaos in the world. In my opinion, people need to be governed in some kind of way, man, because when you leave us to our own vices, you get this chaos. Comment, like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the top, man. I'm new to YouTube, so I'm building while I'm flying it, so it might be a little rough, in the beginning until I figure out this whole thing, but rock with your boy. And until next video, man, I'm out. Peace.